Peace and power. We're back live with Radio Radio. That's Radio Radio on urbannationradio.com. And this is episode 41, Fiat currency and the American dollar. Or we should say the American Federal Reserve note. Change it. And,
and we in the future, we might be saying, and the Amero.
Similar to the Euro. So just dropping that. We queued the clip for the one I was mentioning before. That's a part of a short clip of The American Dream, which is a 30-minute cartoon animated documentary, basically, I'll say, depicting the history of financial systems and history of currency. So we have a short clip. We're going to give out the number so y'all can get ready to call in with your questions, or type in your questions and we'll read them. And go, Joe.
So you can call us at area code 586-839-7448. I'm going to say it a little faster, 586-839-7448. You can shoot a text message or hit us up. We're going to show the clip and take some questions while the clip is being played. And when we talk solutions, feel free to call in with any solutions. If anyone specifically is involved with e-currency, we would love to talk to you and see how that's going as well.
There you go. And so we're going to show this clip. Cue the clip.
On money.
No problem. How much you need?
Oh, how does 20 million sound? What?
Excellent. We'll ship it over first thing tomorrow.
Wait, he can just call up the Fed and ask for more money and they give him whatever they want? No, pal. The Fed don't give the banks money. The Fed loans the banks money. The banks have to pay it back with interest. Now, come on, time to go. Wait. I still don't understand. Where does the Fed get their money? I mean, if they're a private bank. You said they're a private bank, right? Okay, so who puts money into the Fed bank?
This is Mel, United States Mint.
IML. First National needs another 20 millis.
We're already running the presses full steam here, Ethan.
Gotta keep making loans. Gotta keep the money flowing.
All right, you're the Fed. Whatever you guys say. 20 million more by morning.
But I don't get it. What's so wrong about the Fed printing money? Because it's unconstitutional, pal. Our Treasury is supposed to create our money, but now the Fed controls the printing of America's money. Nobody gets a friggin' dollar that the Fed didn't print. So, they print the money, then they loan it to the government, then they charge the government interest, then the government taxes you to pay for it. Wake up, pal. God, I don't see what the big deal is. You know, you're right, pal. Wait, I am? Yeah. I forget how effective they are at keeping you ignorant. Well, that's okay. Hey, I'm not ignorant. Do you even know what money is, pal? In the long ago, people bartered. They traded things they had for things they wanted. I'll trade you my raspberries for that there Popeye. I don't want your berries. Come on. Oh, those sweet berries. They're not sweet. They're old, and I don't like berries. Give me that Popeye! No. As you can see, this bartering situation created some problems. Then, one day, a goldsmith walked up and said, "Now, everybody thinks gold is valuable, so why doesn't everybody trade gold for things they need?" The price was set for gold, and now it was very easy to conduct commerce because people could trade gold for all the things they needed. Hartman! Wow, look at all my gold! Hey, stop them! That's my gold! Damn, thieves! Say there, Pyle. I've got a vault and some guards. I can keep your gold safe for you, for a small fee. Yeah, sure, that'd be awesome. You see, Pyle, this is how the first bank made money. There you go, Pyle. I owe you 100 gold coins. Okay, great. Come back anytime and redeem your gold when you want it. It'll be right here in my vault. Now you're holding the very first paper money pile. Wow, this is great. It all makes sense. Oh, that's right. It was good. And everybody started using IOUs because everybody knew the IOU was as good as gold. Wow, this candy is really a good price. 1 IOU. I'm getting some more for later. Hey, wait a minute. It was just 1 IOU. 10 IOUs for chocolate? You can't just raise prices like that. Oh, the Candyman can. Oh, the Candyman can. Wait, that is just freaking wrong. It's called inflation, pile. It makes your IOUs worth less and less until they are worth nothing. Less bang for the buck. Dollar ain't what it used to be. But I worked hard. I baked all those pot pies. Now I have to work harder to make less? That's not fair. Oh, if you think that's not fair, you're gonna love the next part. What's he doing? How do banks make money, pal? By making more loans? Oh, that's right. He's good. See, he prints more IOUs without any more gold, loans them out for interest, makes a pretty penny, and nobody is the wiser. Unless everybody wanted their gold back at the same time. No. That's my gold. Not anymore. What are you talking about? I'd like to redeem my IOUs, please. Thank you very much. Hey! I want my gold back now! Thief! I love the bank run, bringing people together. See, they all found out he was stealing, made a run on the bank, and demanded their gold. But as you can see, there ain't no gold to get. Hardman, don't worry, pal. Back in these times, vengeance will be yours. 3 things.
Radio. Empower back live with Radio. That's Radio on urbannationradio.com. We just showed you a clip from The American Dream. Also type in Banking the American Dream, and it has several other names on YouTube. 30-minute clip, very informative, very a lot of quotes in there. It talks about the private banking elite and the families that run the financial system. And it's just really, really great, informational, and kind of it's a cartoon, so it doesn't really have the the edge of a documentary. Some people just hear the word documentary and they're like, oh, you want me to learn? But you show them a cartoon or a clip from a cartoon or animated film, then it's the barrier to receiving is often lower or higher, I should say. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into like solutions from here, like what, now that we have a grasp on what's what the situation is, what fiat currency is, why all fiat currency and economic systems collapse, and now you'll kind of give you more context to what's going on with the American dollar. And I'm just gonna pass it around so we can all share our solutions. And can somebody talk about inflation in their solution? Because I know you had some of that in your analysis, but we didn't really get into what is inflation.
Just to give the number too, if you have solutions or any comments, again, the number is 586-839-7448.
Yeah. Well, the video kind of touched on inflation, and it's pretty much where they just raise the rates on things, and in order to finance those things, they start loaning out more money, which makes the dollar become weaker. And so that's another one of those systems that's like kind of designed to fail. The more money that's in circulation, the more money it costs to buy certain things. So it just makes the dollar weaker,
and
which
just nature in itself. People are going to multiply. People are going to grow. population is going to go up, and so more people are going to need money. So it's like I said earlier in the show, it's like building a pyramid upside down.
Right. But yeah, so well, if we're getting into solutions, my first solution is kind of something that we already practice here in Detroit, where we have certain things that we call free market swaps, where pretty much it's just you come into, we all meet up at a central location, you bring in whatever you want to bring in, at least one item, and then you can take whatever other items you want. So you just trade items for items, which is what we say like 99.2% of all economies in history and antiquity is items. It was actually, tangible things that you can use. And so, we create our own little microeconomy here. So, everybody I know has excess clothes or excess things that they don't use anymore. One phrase that comes to mind is one man's trash is another man's treasure. And that's kind of the basis for the free market swap is, something that you don't use, clothes that you can't fit anymore. You bring it down and then you can get something that you may need.
Shout out to Halima Cassels and Bryce Anderson, or Smalls, and all the people in Detroit that contribute to the free market swap.
Yep.
Other solutions are something similar, time banks, where you work with other people to do work for time. So I may have 4 hours banked up, and somebody come and they cut my lawn, and so they get 2 hours, and so now I have 2 hours left. And so you get away from trading everything with money, and you start looking at how long does it take to do things, and how much time. If I do something quote unquote for free, now I have this amount of time. But it's a group. Everything we're discussing, in my opinion, all the solutions are going to come with working in group efforts, because we're dealing with a collective concept that money does everything. So in order to get away from that, you got to find like-minded individuals who understand the issue that we're dealing with and who want to do something different. Again, if you've been involved with e-currency, we would love to talk to you. Again, 586-839-7448, because again, that's another way to kind of start putting the power back into our hands, so to speak. I know there's a lot of cyber security issues, but the thing is, now we can have people create a platform to trade something, so it puts the power back to the people, where I'm going with that. And it's not as easy just to, the chair of the Fed comes on TV and says things are looking good, and then everybody start buying stock. Things are looking bad, and everybody start selling stock.
That's exactly how it goes. Though.
Exactly how it goes.
It's like a sick soap opera or something.
It's wild, but I feel like another key component to this on an individual basis is to have the valuable things already, because if you have a whole bunch of money, or you have a little bit of money, and an emergency happens, or the dollar does collapse, and now you can't go buy a loaf of bread, then you were unprepared. So that's a big part of this show, is really being prepared. Having foresight, not hindsight, like understanding what's to come, so you can act accordingly, versus saying, "Oh, I don't know what happened. I was caught off guard."
Right. Another solution is to actually learn skills, skills that, so like we said, the time banking,
Go ahead.
Yeah, just,
talk about
learn skills like, plumbing, mechanics, learn how to build things, learn how to fix things, because all of that is worth, it's going to be worth something. If not now, it will be worth something later. And even, worth something to yourself, because the more skills you learn, that's the less money that you have to pay for somebody else to do something. And also the less wait time that you have to wait for somebody to come and do it. So, you can just learn how to start doing things on your own. And we have the information highway at our fingertips. So you can just type in YouTube, type in Google, anything that you want to learn, and more than likely it's some resources out there for free to help you learn how to do certain things.
For the time being.
I got 16 other.
So, of course, the good brothers shared some of the ones that I was going to say. Time banking, and I think this time banking one can't be overemphasized. Time is ultimately what's valuable. Like something that no one can replace. At least we don't know how to replace to this day. And if somebody knows, they ain't telling you right now. So, no one can really replace the time that it takes for you to go to work or go. But then we try to through these different means, paying you, putting these digits into your account that you can transfer to other things. But can they really pay you for your time? How much is your time worth? And so we have to realize, I think one of the key solutions often comes from staying, where are we? Where are we, defining your situation? And it's going to change, but you have to locate yourself first. And the way I locate myself is saying, what is valuable? What is valuable to me and to my environment? And my time is very valuable because we can choose to not even finish this broadcast and leave and just do something else with our time. Or we can choose to continue going. And that's really the key thing. If we really valued our time, what is our time worth? We devalue so many things about our lives. And that's kind of, I'm just going to leave that there. So time, when we talked about time banking, and there's models for it. You don't have to, the one that we use, and again, shout out to Halima Cassels and all the other people that were instrumental in helping set up the Netterworks time banking group here in Detroit and in the Metro Detroit area. We start with 10 hours already in the time bank. You don't have to necessarily work to get into the time bank. You start with 10 hours that you can use at your discretion, and as you do work for other people, you gain hours in the time bank to use with other people. And as you use other people's services, you're using your time bank hours. And so I would encourage you all to look up on YouTube, any means to investigate that. And this is really a charge to get back to a sustainable way of living, renewing the resources, identifying. Once you say what is valuable to you, then you can see what's valuable in other people, and then you have a point of communication, a point of leverage to say, hey, you see this is valuable, I see this is valuable. Maybe we can work something out. Maybe we can't work something out. Maybe I have to give him something that's valuable, and he has something that he has that's valuable, and I have to work through him. And maybe that was a lot. I think some people probably got that. There was a quote that says, growing food is like printing your own money. And that really just blew my mind. And so one of the key things that I have on here is, to get real financial, diversifying your portfolio. And what that means in layman's terms is having a variety of access to a variety of means. So whether that's with food, if you don't grow your own food, which everybody should can at least grow some herbs in your windowsill. If you don't grow your own food, have a relationship with somebody that has a garden and establish what that relationship is. Join a CSA, which is a community. I'm forgetting the S, what the S stands for. But basically, it's a community garden that you have access to that you pay ahead of time to be a part of, or barter to be a part of. We talked about bartering already, which means that you have something that's valuable to somebody else. It's having skills that stand the test of time, like being a carpenter. Being a carpenter will never go out of style. I promise you. Never go out of style. Knowing how to build things will never go out of style. You're always going to need builders. You're always going to need people that know how to garden. You're always going to need people that know how to, I would say, community relations people. And all of this, I'm saying to diversify yourself. So whether that's in the meantime looking up currencies and looking up what's going on with those currencies in the world. So maybe diversifying, taking a portion of your U.S. reserve notes and getting notes around the world. Maybe getting some yen, maybe getting some denari, or
Dong.
dong, or just. But I would say I charge you to not just do that and say I'm done. You have to stay involved in what's going on in that, because in that country, because it's gonna shift. And so those are some of the things that I have, and we're gonna take another break and come back with the last section and just kind of wrap up. But we encourage you all to keep the dialogue going. There's only so much information that we can give in a 2-hour period, which is really only like 90 minutes of speaking time. So keep the dialogue going on our radio page, or on our individual page. And we're going to take a quick break and come back with more radio. Peace and power and light to you. Diversify.